Alright, hello again Dota people, Epi here from epicommentary.com, and now we're gonna have ourselves a game, DK versus Orange. So I think this will be a really epic match, and the players are now loading into the game. I will jump you guys into it as well, and I will also have my co-commentator Durka with me. Durka, welcome to the game.
Hi there, good to be here as always, and yeah, we should have a good match coming up.
Totally, man. Our TK gonna be picking as well as banning for DK and Mushi for Orange Esports. So this should be a clash of titans as well as a clash of playstyles, and another game where DK will show how far they are coming along in adapting to Dota 2 from 1. Queen of Pain gets taken out, first ban, RTK. Queen of Pain has been seeing a lot of play lately. I think people have begun to really appreciate the ability to blink on a burst damage hero like her, also strong lane control. Response ban from Mushi on Lycan. Up to now all looking pretty normal.
Yeah, some pretty standard bans here. Like you said, the Queen of Pain coming into the forefront a little bit in this competitive scene with that blink and nuke power, and the ability to control that mid lane as easily as you can. We have seen a few times.
Okay, just checking something because I made my voice a little bit louder, and I might have to set it back if it's bad, or we'll have to leave it if it's good. Enchantress gets banned out. Thanks for tuning in again, guys. Just 27 viewers up to now, but I think I'm only one of the few ones that's actually casting this game at the moment, DK against Orange for the ProDota 2 League. So tell your friends. Currently there's the International 2 qualifier underway, of course, which is being streamed by every caster under the sun, but I think this is a game that people should also be interested in because it should be pretty nuts. And now Darkseer gets banned out.
Yeah, Darkseer, a hero that we're seeing more and more coming back into the fray. It was sort of dropped by the European teams after the nerf. People don't tend to use it as often, but the Asian teams showing that it can still be a strong hero with a vacuum into powerful combos.
Yeah, totally. And to the people watching the stream at the moment, I didn't promote this with beta keys, and not this stream. I did it in streams before that I gave out beta keys while I streamed. I might do it today, but I haven't planned it. But yeah, if you guys want to watch some good Dota, then you can certainly stay. And if you just came for like the beta keys, then I don't know if you shouldn't get your hopes up, because I might very well not give any out tonight. Yeah, I wonder if DK is actually going to go for something a la eHome. You know, when they did the Earthshaker AA thing with Prophet, that was wicked. It made for such a fun pace of the game.
Yeah, they're going through banning all these annoying heroes now. Leshrac with his ability to play any role, pushing towers, destroying creep waves, killing heroes. Enchantress, great at diving behind the tier 1 tower with a couple of creeps. They're just banning out things that people love to use to annoy them.
Yeah. Man, I don't even know how many games I played today, but we lost a few. And yesterday, man, when you and I played with Slash, we lost everything. Just everything.
Oh, the past couple of weeks have been bad. Really, I've complained on the dev forums because matchmaking is, well, to me it seems broken because I've been getting such bad games.
Alright, Invoker gets banned out as the last one. So what do we still have at the pool here is Brewmaster, Lone Druid, Windrunner, Furion, who gets picked off here immediately by RTK. So Furion is a hero that... Oh, Chen also left in there. That's a quick pickup here for one, a very powerful jungler, as well as someone who will contribute a lot to a team fight by carrying that mech and having that ultimate, and Windrunner in being a very reliable solo laner.
Yeah, with the Enchantress gone, Orange love running a jungle hero, so with that Anch gone, the Chen is obviously the natural choice. Pick up a couple of heroes, and he really is a strong hero once he hits that level 5. And at level 6, obviously, he's got that global heal on him.
Yeah, that global heal, man. I saw one thing that was in the MTWZ Nation game, and that made me think, man, it's so sad in some games when you're like playing a carry and your support wants to feed you the kill, but the support completely underestimates the situation and thinks that you will definitely get the kill. so he stops hitting, and then the guy you want to kill survives, and like you die and the support dies. That just happened in the MTWZ Nation game.
Yeah, I mean that's why one of my catchphrases is "dead is dead." If the enemy hero dies, he's dead, and it doesn't really matter who gets the kill in most situations.
Yeah, unless it's like a hero that's, I don't know. There's few situations when I would, as a support, stop attacking an affected hero, because you never know if like your teammate that you would feed the kill to is a total idiot. You never know, man. Not in Dota. Who you play with. Oh, look at this. Earthshaker does get picked off by DK, so we do have the combination where you can stun a hero and then, like from very long range via Fissure, and then CM could, for example, come in and Frost Nova, and that would give more than enough time for Nature's Prophet to TP into the route of escape for that affected hero, and then like Sprout and stuff like that. That's another thing I noticed in pub games with the Prophet in them, as we see Orange Mushi picking Shadow Shaman for the last pick, and now we're going to go to the second ban phase, is that people that have Nature's Prophet in pub games rarely TP in like tactically advantageous positions. Like when you're going on a hero in the middle lane, for example, and chase him across the river, they don't TP like into his way, like at the range, at the tower range, but they like TP onto your side of the river. It happens so often, and it's pretty bad. It makes me happy to cast pro games, man, because everyone does what he's expected to be doing. Lone Druid gets banned out here now from RTK.
Yeah, and back to what you're talking about, leaving kills for carries, it's that sort of expectation where these teams have been playing together, they've been scrimming together for quite a while, and they get into each other's heads, and they sort of know what to expect, or they can feel what to expect from their allies, and adjust accordingly.
Mm-hmm. Now with the teams we have here, we do have global ganking potential for Prophet, transitioning into the ability to keep lanes pushed out in the late game, as well as making use of mispositionings of the enemy by taking down towers really fast, or even high ground when it's a really late game with the Manta style, for example. Earthshaker's strong teamfight potential, also a very protective hero who can in ganks also be more of a hindrance and an assister depending on how he lands his fissure. Crystal Maiden, of course, one of the best support heroes out there, 2 strong nukes at direct disable. A nice aura also, but that's basically to be omitted at the moment, and also a strong ultimate sometimes if you can use it properly. The last 2 bans were for DK, Lone Druid and Broodmother. So Broodmother has been in the pool the entire time. I forgot to mention her. And interestingly enough, that she made it into the second ban phase, and nobody chose to ban her or pick her. So she now gets taken out alongside Anti-Mage as well as Dragon Knight on Orange's side. So now the first pick of the second pick phase is DK's, and they pick themselves up a Morphling. He has seen intense amounts of play lately. This guy has just appeared on the competitive scene.
Yeah, I was just about to say, with Orange's sort of picks here, they're going to put Chen in the forest, the Windrunner's going to be looking to the solo side, and most likely the Shadow Shaman's going to be sitting in the mid lane. So DK have, worked this out, and they've picked up the Maiden, and I was considering possibly a melee carry or something to go in the mid lane with Maiden, but this Morphling, as you said, being picked up more and more often here, and sitting in that mid lane with the Maiden gives him great lane control, easy farm, and obviously the disabled to allow him to get possible kill.
Yeah. I will use this ban pick phase so I can still drink my tea, because once the game starts I won't be able to do that. You guys can also grab something to drink, or something to eat, or something else that makes you enjoy games more. Okay, Sand King now. 4th pick for Orange, so I wonder what RTK was thinking banning Lone Druid as well as Broodmother. Maybe they just didn't want to. Well, Broodmother is a pretty obvious ban. Well, yeah, Lone Druid would have fit into that lineup quite nicely, actually. And what do you think about the Sand King pick from Mushi now?
It makes me curious as to their 5th pick, because these lanes, I'm going to guess Yamate on the Windrunner, but he could go mid, he could go solo bot, he could go top, Chen in the forest. It all depends on their laning. The SK could even go solo mid. He is such a strong mid hero. Oh, Ancient Apparition, and there's that combo that you were mentioning earlier with the ES Fissure into Cold Feet into Sprout, and that is one disabled hero and usually dead.
Man, that is gonna be crazy. Maybe DK watched eHome's game. They were like, "Cool strat, man. We will try that out as well." It's just so awesome. So basically, what eHome did was they had an Earthshaker just sitting in the woods and didn't even care about EXP. He just sat there and dewarded a little bit, so he was sure to be out of sight. And he just waited. And as soon as an enemy hero got out of position, he fissured like at the max range, hit them. Ancient Apparition followed up with the Cold Feet, guaranteed Cold Feet proc. And Furin is like, sure, man, I want to kill. TP's in and gets the kill. It happened over and over and over again. That set up like so many tower pushes because that is immediately a -1/+1 situation. So it's a overall +2 situation for your team on the lane, and you have a Furion who can immediately use those Treants and summon them up and get the push. So it might be. Might we see a solo long lane Furion here? On like a tri lane with Earthshaker, Maiden, and Morphling? Or what do you think?
It's entirely possible, but most likely we'll probably see the Furion go solo bot. Hmm. Well, Furion solo bot or solo top with an ES AA lane and then Morph Maiden mid. I mean, anything's possible with their lineup. As you say, they could even run the tri lane. Oh, we're seeing disconnects come out, so we're gonna have the remake. And OD is the 5th pickup from Orange there. I knew they were gonna pick something special, but an OD. Haha.
Okay, tell them to wait for me. I had to quickly erase out the password for people on the stream. And I'm gonna have to go over to the cover and remove Dota, and I'll go back into the game. Yeah, tell them to wait, please.
I'm not in.
Where the frick? Here's the password. Are you in?
No, there's no game. At least I don't see a game. With the same password, yeah?
Yeah, I'm using the same password and also can't find it. Oh, there it is. It's up now. Whew, I was kind of scared there for a moment. Yeah, sorry guys, we did have ourselves a quick remake and we're in the game again, so apparently somebody wanted in or something. Players are joining. So, what was the last pick now from Orange? Oh yeah, an Obsidian, an Outworld Destroyer. It's not an Obsidian Destroyer anymore, but we played against him. Was it us, man? Yesterday against an OD who just dished out so much damage in the late game, or was it with my girlfriend? I don't know. At any rate, it doesn't matter. OD, if protected, if he gets farm up, if he gets items, it's a scary ass hero.
I was playing a Silencer last night and I had a lot of damage, but then we lost that game.
Yeah, you did dish out a crap load of damage. Okay. Well, man, feel free to take the broadcaster slot quickly before.
Yeah, good idea. That damn bug does annoy me.
Haha! Ha 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 ha! The viewers didn't manage to snipe out the password, or you're just so nice and don't join the game. Although I don't think that you guys are nice. I think you guys are. I can't say assholes, can I? Well, I just did. At least I know I would use the password and get myself into the game if someone leaked it. Did you do that as well, or do you just stay on stream?
I really, if I want the password, I'll go ask someone for it.
Ah. Okay. Well, yeah, those were the old days. So this is an AP remake because the draft already happened. DK is going to go for that really strong combination of Earthshaker, Ancient Apparition, Nature's Prophet, as well as Um,
Morphling.
Morphling, of course, and Crystal Maiden. That was the last one. Orange has Obsidian, Outworld Destroyer, Chen, Windrunner. Come on, Dirk, don't leave me hanging, man.
Now I'm gonna see if you can get all these.
Oh no. Wait. Okay. Obsidian Outworld Destroyer, Morphling.
Wrong team.
No. Oh yeah, exactly. Wait. See, I'm already messing up. Chen.
Yeah.
Look at this. My girlfriend is looking at me critically as well. She's like, "Oh, he doesn't know. Damn it! Look at this. 2 more seconds left. They don't even pick. What's going on here? We're gonna have ourselves another remake." Oh, it just didn't pick. Yeah, I think it was Sand King, Rasta,
Difficult.
Windrunner. X gonna be on Chen. Winter gonna be on Windrunner. So not Yamate. Mushi gonna be on Outworld Destroyer. Ice on Sand King. And
Okay,
Yamate on.
We'll,
Hmm?
we will see the Shadow Shaman at mid, but interesting lane at top. SKOD.
Complete agreement here on the Radiant side in terms of where they want to go. So Long DD leading the charge. Look at this badass little cape here, and immense eyebrows on the little picture here, and a really boss staff. Burning on Morphling. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have a burning Morphling. That will be crazy. He will farm like a machine. Super on Ancient Apparition. RTK on Earthshaker, and Zippo gonna be the Crystal Maiden. So this is actually a really sneaky way into the forest of the enemy, because they usually don't expect that, and most of the time you do get wards spotted out or just spotted out by the people that stay there. But now Mushi most likely saw Long DD running along there, so I don't think before the creep spawn there's going to be any major action going on.
No, as you said, that was a really sneaky move and it could have worked, but I'm not sure why Long DD decided to go to low ground and show himself. If they'd kept the high ground and looped back behind, it would have been 4-on-3 or a 5-on-3 situation.
Yeah.
And they have the superior level 1 heroes, so I don't understand why they didn't take that to them.
Alright, the warding coming out of the Dire, once making sure that this entrance here into the forest is completely blocked, as well as a really aggressive lane ward here, which is usually the sign of, well, very aggressive laning, with Chen coming out of the forest every once in a while. And here we go, Long DD will be on the long lane with the Nature's Prophet, Solomid Super, of course, and they do have that tri-lane on the bottom with Morphling, CM, and Earthshaker.
Oh, Ice, what are you doing? Taking a load of damage from those treants. I mean, all in all, he's wasted a whole tango. He's lost about 150 health from those treants just right-clicking him. And now Long DD's going to pull that creep wave back to his own tower, gain a load of oh, no he's not. He's going to pull the creep wave all the way back up into the little nook there.
Winter will be long laning. Doesn't have a single last hit just yet. And again, another really aggressive ward from the Radiant on the long lane as well. So it will be a full tri-lane for the Radiant against Windrunner, who will go... Where's she going?
Away. Far, far away from that tri-lane. She doesn't want to be there. If she gets caught by that Maiden ES, then Morphling's going to have a free kill pretty much.
Oh man, okay. A big stack pull going out now.
Yeah, there's pretty much two ways of doing this with Fury on the long lane. Either you do this and you stack up the creep waves, so there's basically two waves coming towards you at once by making sure that one wave is looped around and joins back onto the second one. Or you can pull the first creep wave with your treants all the way back to a tower, so you can take out one creep wave at a time and try and farm up. But he's basically making sure that Mushi isn't sitting by his tower the whole time farming. He's pulling the creep equilibrium in his favor.
Yeah, a very nice ward from the Radiant here, spotting out the movement that loops in behind the top lane, as we see Winter getting chased by a hasted Crystal Maiden, and now she lets off, making sure that she has to use that mana to not lose too much HP, and a really big wave now coming towards the top tier 1 for the Radiant, and Ice as well as X join their friend here to push this down, and I think they might be able to do this.
See, this is why I wasn't so sure about the tactic chosen by Long DD here. I think the other tactic I mentioned, where you pull the single creep wave back to your tower, would have been much better off in this situation, seeing as you're up against a tri-lane. You're up against a Chen who can bring in a creep from the forest and try and push this tower down, and that's exactly what they're doing. They've said to Long DD, okay, well you're going to double stack our creep wave. We're going to use this to our advantage and push your tower down.
Yeah, and this is going to work. First tier 1 tower for the rating goes down before the 3rd minute of this game is passed. So this will give
that's treads for OD already.
This will give a really nice goal advantage now to the Dire, and that manifests in the form of power treads on that Obsidian Destroyer. Yamate has to bottle Croaky a little bit to keep himself up in the middle lane.
He has the gold for it, but I'm not sure if he's going to go straight into treads or... I mean, it's even possible he goes into that Mystic Staff. He's got 1500 gold at 3 minutes in. He's only 1200 gold off that Mystic Staff, giving him a load of intelligence for that damage.
Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't switch over into the game with that little... I didn't switch my scene, really sorry about that. So 3 minutes of small game for you, but no kill occurred just yet here. Only a tier 1 tower on top just fell after Long DD managed to stack the waves for Orange, and they took the tower before the 3rd minute of the game. And let's do a quick creep check here. 22 on Burning, 24 on Mushi, 25 now. So all in all, when it comes to the gold advantage, it is this tower that gives the advantage to the Dire at the moment. So if you look at the gold graph, we see like a really big spike downward. That's all tower.
Check where Long DD... Oh, no, he's moved away now. But where he was standing, I don't know if you felt it, but there was a smoke there from X and Ice. Smoke on the high ground. I'm 100% sure that it wasn't spotted by the Radiant Ward. But Long DD were just standing on the high ground near his side shop, just waiting. Because he knows something's wrong. His tier 1 tower's gone. No, he's going to head into the forest now and try and farm up. There's nothing he can do on that lane. He really did mess it up with that double creep stack.
Middle lane here, Long DD gets a stun off on Zippo, immediate cold feed from Super, but Yamate also moves in, nukes him down, and Chansnu gets the kill. Ice also goes down, a little bit of waste of a Fissure, could have positioned that a little higher up to also get that Chen, but nonetheless 1-for-1 exchange, so a really quiet, very early beginning of the game, and now immediate explosion in a 1-for-1 trade on the middle lane here.
And that's Chen with first blood, so it's going to be wards flying through.
Yamate eats the ultimate from AA, it's going to drop immediately. So there we go. The stun with the ultimate from AA into the teleportation from Long DD got themselves a kill. So 2-for-1 this far for DK, trying to catch up on that gold lead.
Wow, AA level 6 already? Yeah, look at the creep stats, 25 to 12. 12 denies on Yamate's 2.
Whoa.
AA dominating this lane, no wonder he's so far ahead in levels. But yeah, that ultimate coming out way sooner than the Rasta's ultimate. He was able to bring that out kill.
The thing with early, maybe you could explain this a little bit more to the people. The pros and cons of pushing down a tier 1 tower before 3 minutes of the game.
Well, obviously you get the gold advantage, but it all depends on what you want to do, because this OD wants to farm. So what he needs to do now is keep the creep equilibrium at his tower. So he needs to be quick denying, which is not just last hit denying and getting, the actual deny on the creep, but actually you've got to be taking all the hit points from the creeps.
Yamate in the middle lane gets stunned up and auto attacked to death. Sorry for interrupting you, man.
That's okay. But yeah, you've got to be, like now he should be quick denying all of these creeps. As soon as they hit half hit points, he should be trying to right click them, auto attack them down so that his lane is pushed back towards his tower, so it's safer for him to farm. Because at the moment he's sitting past his river, way past his river, and any movement from the Radiant side and he's going to be ganked really easily.
Oh, the Arcane Orb does...
Trains of summons, yeah.
Yeah, wow. So I was wondering, dude, he already does 140 damage? That is so imbalanced. At 6 minutes in, he would rip Zippo apart in like 4 hits.
And that's a quick 4-step up from him. Really intelligent item there. Gives him mobility, intelligence, and attack speed and damage. So he's skipped out on the treads, which he'll probably go for next. And he didn't go for the quick Mystic Staff, which would leave him, a little bit squishy, a bit of a glass hero, this OD. Quite often we see a mech or a pipe or something with some health regen come up on him. Though it looks like now he's just going to be going for that mobility and damage output.
Yeah. So apparently they did a single wave push on the top lane, because now there's 2 creep waves basically, or remnants of 2 creep waves combined pushing toward the Radiant side, with the 3rd one now coming to support. So this tier 2 tower is gonna get a lot of kills and gonna take a bunch of damage. They won't be able to push it down though, which means that Long DD will also get a lot of experience. So apparently they didn't stack up this creep camp here at 50 51 to 53 seconds to make sure that they deny an entire wave of experience to that long lane solo along DD. And now we have X as well as Yamate moving themselves into enemy territory. ROTK, I don't know if he spotted them out or not, I think so. And there's also a ward watching over them, so yeah, DK will not be surprised by this.
One little thing though, we haven't mentioned it at all. Burning. Sitting on that bottom lane doing whatever the heck he wants. That Windrunner's sitting on level 2.5 being forced off the lane constantly. Burning, sitting there, just right-clicking creeps. Can you see, if you look at how the waves are coming together, this is exactly what OD should be doing. What Burning is doing right now, keeping that creep wave exactly where he wants it, just out of tower range, but just close enough to the tower so he can run back to it to be safe.
And Mushi still has 3 last hits more, but yeah, if you guys don't know, Burning is this Chinese guy who is in discussion to be like the craziest, if most effective farmer in all of Dota. So as soon I'm going to take like 2 minutes or so, or like a minute, to let you guys see how he farms. Maybe you can see a little bit of creep equilibrium control out of his movements, out of his moves here. For example, tanking this druid to keep his wave right there. Not that the new wave that establishes once the newly spawned creeps meet does not get close to his tower. And that's what makes the carry, man. You gotta utilize the free time you have with the creeps, auto-attacking your owns, getting the denies.
See, I disagree with what he's doing right now because he's not counted on this counterpult, I don't think.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
He will just tank this, yeah.
Yeah.
He just has to tank this one here now. And look, he stays in range of this machine, so it stays on spot as well. And for the 3rd creep wave in a row now, it's been completely done. And now he will be like, long DD, yeah. Long DD, why you ulti, man? Look at this now. I push. I know one push, but his creeps will basically stay in position anyways because it's siege creep before it goes down, so he can use that. Okay, yeah, that's Burning for you. Middle lane here. 4 heroes from orange side. They think it's time to go for another tier 1 tower now. Even the Rasta ultimate drops now. Let's see if DK moves in to defend. Long DD summons. Cold Feet up on Ursa Warrior, and I think they will be able to defend this. Tier 1 tower only sitting at 768 HP now, and Burning now. Perseverance as well as TP scroll now up. Oh, middle lane, killing spree now on Ancient Apparition. Got a kill on Shadow Shaman, so wow. Nice work.
The amount of commitment coming out of both teams here, the ES popping up just for a Fisher and then Super finishing off the kill on Yamate. But if you take a look at how the heroes are all spread out, 8 heroes in the middle part of the map, and then 2 carries on the side.
Yeah. Asian Dota, man. Asian Dota.
And Burning here decided, screw creep equilibrium, I see the OD's farming up there. Oh no, OD's actually going to come and join me down here.
Oh.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see Burning teleport up the top and just keep that free farm going.
Yeah, Matei moving in. Immediate stun from Ice as well because DK want to initiate on the freshly TP'd in support. Realize that Rasta is such a squishy hero and now the auto attacks got on him. They focus him. Eats another nuke auto attack from Urshek with his big ass totem. Gets the kill. Super throws an ultimate as well. Misses completely though. It's going to be his death now as Chen uses nuke and Burning is there to get the last hit on Sand King with his nuke. So tier 1 tower for Dire side is going to go down to DK now. Combined efforts getting themselves 2 kills as well as a tower.
Yep, and something rather uncommon here, Burning going for that Perseverance, so it looks like he'll be going into a Lincoln's. Usually we see them skip this and go into a Bottle for that mana regeneration and health regeneration just to keep you going through that early game, because Morphling is quite health and mana intensive where you need the mana from waveform and you need that health just to stay on the lane. But he's picked up this Perseverance and he's not going to be rushing that shotgun build, which we do love to see.
Well, if he continues to farm at this rate, he will have his Lincoln Sphere completed really quickly. It will give him a good survivability in regen as well as base stats, and of course in that spell block. But then again, it delays him a little bit. So as you said, because the metagame has, as of late, been so early to mid-game intensive, Morphling players and teams have found themselves not to be able to afford, they can't afford themselves to delay their big damage items by anything. So Burning seems to be quite confident in his farming capability, and well, he's sitting at 87 last hits now, and Mushi still at 91. So wow, wow, immediate. Long did he also big trouble here, gets ward trapped and 3 heroes dead for DK. This all happened so quickly. I just saw Earthshaker doing his Echo Slam and then falling afterwards. So whatever Orange did, they did it good.
Yeah, really brilliant full staff there from Mushy, saving himself from a Wolfling wave form, which would have surely got the kill, and keeping himself on 2,000 gold. In the middle lane, we're going to see initiation here on Super.
Yeah, exactly. Cold feet up on Yamate now as Shackle runs out. Super's haste also ran out. I thought Super was dead for sure, but Winter also doesn't have any mana left. Look at Winter, man. He's totally underfarmed. He has 14 last hits now.
Well, considering the lane he had, he was level, what, like 2 at 5 minutes? He was pushed off the lane for the first 5 or 6 minutes, and now he has Arcanes at 13, so he's not doing too badly, to be perfectly fair.
Let's see the counterpart of him in that Furion. Furion managed to pick up Hanamitis now on that long lane, but he had the advantage of being able to participate in several team fights, or yeah, in ganks and such. Now the ultimate from Ancient Apparition gonna fly out on Mushi. Good slow from CM as well, and the ultimate from... Wow, what nice execution from DK here, making sure they will get the kill on the most important hero on the orange side of the map. Just beautiful, man. Just beautiful. That those global ultimates from Ancient Apparition as well as Furion getting the base damage, CM there for the disable, and Fissure as well as Waveform steal the deal on Mushi, and now Burning will be able to take the pole position in farming.
Yeah, we're going to see a 15.5-minute Lincolns here, the way Burning's going. So yeah, really fast Lincolns, and he's going to transition. Like
Orange, Winter here on the Windrunner looks in a bit of trouble. X as well, Chen as well as Windrunner do get sprouted all together, but now Shackle on long DD. He looks to be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, goes down immediately. Winter doesn't look in trouble. He might actually go down to the Shatter effect, and Super here has to run away. Yeah, down goes Windrunner, but denied himself to Roshan, so really good move here coming out of him, and Super seems to be fine as well. Now turning around, commencing chase on Yamate, and the other DK boys are also there. In the meantime, Sand King went down, and Super looks in a bit of trouble as well. The DK guys are split up in between 2 orange guys, but Chen will most definitely go down now. Micring is creeps very well though. Ultimate from CM gets the kill, but Mushi is here, forced off himself in there and dishing out a crap load of damage. 10 for 8 now, double kill on Outworld Destroyer now. Also Ancient Apparition went down to Yamate. And 4 staff to the low cliff. So very, very nice team fight there. For both sides actually, they executed pretty nicely, but I think it came down to the fact that Outworld Destroyer was able to just TP to the tier 1 and rejoin their team fight so quickly.
Yeah, and with that level 4 orb, the OD is doing so much damage at this early mid game. There's almost nothing on the Radiant side that can keep up with that kind of damage output, and they are going to go to Roshan, and they'll take him down relatively quickly. There most likely won't be any response from DK here. Burning does have his Lincolns up at 15.5 minutes. But the Roshan is just going to be absolutely demolished by this orange side, and that's a free Aegis for that OD. So he's going to be double the power in the fights, double the amount of damage.
Oof. Oh man. Well, the important thing with playing OD is that you have to be able to join a team fight and not be in the focus of the enemy, and just be able to get as many orb attacks out as possible. And Mushi just did a really good job of that, coming in from the side, getting those last hits, double kill for him, and just dishing out damage, forcing the enemies to either, well, DK was in a situation where they would die because they didn't have any spells left, or had to back out. And now we have a smoke with Zippo, Super as well as RTK, CM, Earthshaker, and Ancient Apparition, a very deadly combination here. Mushi here might be a little bit out of position. 5 more seconds for his 4 staff. Here comes the disable on X. Look at this combo, killing him immediately. A little bit of overkill with that Ancient Apparition ultimate, but... Oh my goodness, he actually didn't die! Oh man, now Morphling does get the kill, gets stunned immediately though. He does have his Lincoln Sphere completed. Here comes the Epicenter as well. Ultimate from Obsidian Destroyer. They get the kill. Morph, not enough, and Mushi also goes down, but he does have the Aegis. Long DD in a big trouble as well. Very great Burrow Strike from Sand King here on 2 heroes. 2 for 2 is a trade this far, and Mushi's now back thanks to the Aegis, and triple kill on him now. Buyback comes out from Nature's Prophet, so 3 kills on DK side, or 3 deaths on DK side, 2 deaths on Orange side.
Mushi, why you no follow? We had full staff off cooldown in 2 seconds. That was a free kill on Super with Shadow Shaman sitting nearby. A little bit scared of the ES maybe, but he had no mana left. He was very far away from his Fissure. And now Yamate picks up his Blink Dagger, so it's possible they're going to be looking to dive behind this tower. But with DK's heroes coming back alive and TP support coming straight in, Yep, there it goes. It's gonna be
RTK,
difficult.
now the victim of that combination, and that's what the Force Staff is for. Super failing a little bit here on his ultimates, but Yamate for some reason blinked right into that, so he rejoins the teamfight, has to go out right away. Now here's our Sand King, gets nuked immediately. Zippo looks to be in a bit of trouble, but actually Obsidian is the one that goes down. Zippo manages to survive this, and now Sand King is basically alone on enemy territory. Now blinks himself through, burning Lincoln's procs. Waveform misses, but the fissure hits.
Some really great play coming here from DK. I mean, stick charges, one charges, positional play, movement, all coming into their advantage there, destroying the OD, who thought he had a couple of kills, but just outplayed. DK completely outplayed them there.
I was just going to say, man, in those team fights, it is totally respectable to see how heroes such as low HP Sand Kings manage not to go down. Winter manages maybe to go down. No, uses his wind run to get out scot-free. And Yamate here also with a double damage, blink ready. He wants to go for this, but the tier 1 tower does go down, and nothing Orange can do about this. I was saying that they, even though they're low HP and they're about to die any moment, they still bring themselves into a position where they can Bower Strike to hit at least 2 heroes. In pubs, you would just see them, okay, I'm basically dead, I will die here in 2 seconds, so I will just stun this guy. But he actually went 2 more steps upward and then got a kill on Earthshaker as well as Crystal Maiden, and that made it possible for Obsidian to get those kills. But then afterwards, they stayed in that lane for a little bit too long. DK coming in there, really nice backstab from RTK as well as Super, and TP is in from their team, and that secured them a tier 1 tower on bottom. Okay, Zippo now does have the Urn of Shadows, managed to heal him up after he barely survived that team fight there. Orange now is still not done. They want some revenge. They want a counter tower kill on the bottom tier 1. Super again with RTK here. That fissure with the cold feed combo is just so strong, burning here. Look at this, taking out three. They're investing a lot of resources on this, but it's good because they're such strong creeps here. Now comes the blink, the stun in from Ice. Good stun from RTK. He will get frozen. No, manages to just get out of that. CM gets bursted down as CM does. So does Chen. His heal doesn't really help. The Furion ultimate is flying through here as well. Yamate surrounded by 3 DK heroes. Good stun by Sand King. Rasta goes down, and now Orange Ice on Sand King looks to be in big trouble. And sure enough, Burning gets the kill. Double kill on him. What up?
Orange? Why? I genuinely do not understand why Orange decided to take that fight there.
Dude, Mushi is a farming machine as well. 133, 127 on Burning. They make it look so easy, but guys, if you're currently watching this, try to have 137 last hits at 20 minutes. Just try it.
Easy peasy.
Easy freaking peasy. Now Winter most likely gonna go for a pipe. Well, gonna go for the hood first. They need a pipe now though, because the magic damage is what basically killed them in the team fights.
Yeah, it's this mech from AA, which they're just not they're just not factoring into their engagements here. Because every time they look for an engagement, they pick one hero off, and then the whole fight gets completely turned around because of the mech.
Yeah, and even, well, they do have Chen with the heal, but as you saw, the burst damage is just so much. Chen could heal himself and try to run away, but if you just look at their lineup, you know, with the Fear and Ultimate and then nukes coming out of the other 4 heroes on the team, it's obvious why heroes such as Rasta and Chen get taken out so easily. Defensive Ancient Apparition Ultimate here, going to defend this push a little bit. Combination with the Crystal Nova leaves only this poor siege creep to die to the tower.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing why I was wondering why Burning was going for Lincoln so quickly, because the amount of squishy heroes on his dire side, if he picked up that, I don't know, if he'd managed to get a 17, 18, maybe a 20-minute Ethereal Blade, he'd be able to pop the Rasta, pop the Windrunner, pop the Chen,
Yeah.
go around instantly killing heroes. But we do see Rasta's wards dropped here on his tier 1 tower, and DK instantly TPing into defend. This is something we see a lot from Chinese teams. They do not like losing towers.
Yeah. Oh,
There's one there. The Rasta ward's picking up the last hit.
Yeah. And now Earthshaker has the most important item for himself, that Blink Dagger. He'll be able to contribute a lot to team fights by just being there at the right time with Big Fissure. And the thing is, Orange doesn't know about this yet, and they might find out in a very painful way.
Yeah, exactly. You know things are going well when your Earthshaker has Arcanes and Blink Dagger at around 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the ideal time to pick it up for him with that Echo Slam being such a huge team fight ability.
Yeah.
Because around the 20-minute marks, teams do start gathering up as 4 or 5, look to push down towers or take skirmishes and team fights. And if you can jump in from an advantageous position, hide on the high ground, jump into the low ground, onto a couple of heroes, and pick them off with a Fisher, then that just gives your team the upper edge they need.
Yeah, it's totally a big edge, especially if it's a surprise dagger such as this one. We'll see how he behaves if he tries to avoid the fog of war. Okay, yeah, there comes the ping out. Exactly. But yeah, as I said, Blink Dagger up on Earthshaker on top of those mana boots, so he's doing really well. Nature's Prophet picked up his first core item after the Hand of Midas, which is an Aghanim Scepter. I'm going to quickly go down here. Tower goes down to Orange. Outworld Destroyer. Where is he going to go for a Sheepstick most likely? Yeah, he picked up another Ultimate Orb after his Force Staff. And not much more other than that. Rasta doesn't have that Blink Dagger and going to go for an Ag Stick himself. But what they are missing, what Orange is currently missing, are those support items like Super has as well in that mech. Top tier 2. Sorry, go ahead.
That's exactly why I was wondering if OD would actually pick up the mech or pipe himself, but like you said, he's got the money for Hex now. He's going to go pick that up from the side shop and possibly TP top to take this fight. We do see Orange's team converging on this tier 2 tower. Shackle comes out, latching 2 creeps. I don't think OD is going to get there in time to take this team fight.
Very nice blinking from RTK, hitting 2 heroes, Yamate as well as Windrunner, and immediate drop by Rasta. And now DK have a decision to make. Do we continue or do we back out now, guys? Buyback from Shadow Shaman and answers that question. Very good Shackle Shot on Burning as well as Super Ultimate from CM gets cancelled immediately. Drop 3 heroes for DK. Ancient Apparition, CM as well as ES go down. Was it worth it, Durka?
For that one tower, no. As you said, they should have backed out a lot sooner. With that OD coming in, if he had TP'd in onto that tower as soon as he picked up his Hex, it may have even been worse for DK there.
Yeah, I think, look at Long DD, I think he's saving his Midas exclusively for the Chen creeps, as we saw in that other game.
Yep, entirely possible.
Oh my god. Ethereal Blade Lincolns, 24 minutes, burning, making it look so easy.
Yeah,
it's not easy at all.
He's going to be going around this map just looking for the Rasta, looking for the Chen, looking for the Windrunner. And it's going to be their jobs now to try and stick together and not get picked off by him.
Man, 18 to 16 at 25 minutes. I'm really psyched. This game is going so well. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in to watch this game with Durka and myself. Really appreciate having you guys as my viewers. If you want to support me, please check out epiccommentary.com. And I hope this game is going to continue to be as crazy as it is. Look at this here. Even Rasta Ward's used on this quad or... Yeah, it's like a... Yeah, I think it's 4 stacks.
Yeah, I didn't even notice them stacking this. Do you know who was doing it?
Maybe Windrunner? That would be my first guess. I didn't see it either.
Guess Windrunner or Chen Creeps, I'm not entirely sure. But like the Rasta Wards, I'm not entirely sure that was necessary there.
Sheepstick done on Destroyer. Radiant leading in gold. Slightly leading in XP. Zippo has actually Tranquil Boots finished. Ancient Apparition has a Force Staff as well as a mech. Long DD on that Nature's Prophet had just completed his Aghanim Scepter and now also has an Ultimate Orb done, so he will go for a Sheepstick. This is like the phase of the game where you will need Sheepsticks, especially if you have such high DPS outputting heroes such as Morphling and Outworld Destroyer. The score is only 18 to 16, so this is still a game that both teams can certainly win, especially now since Chen has picked up that mech on top of his ultimate global heal, and Destroyer has that Scythe of Vice. So it will come down to positioning, it will come down to who has the upper hand in initiating team fights and just being smart about what fights to take and what towers to defend.
Yeah, and Windrunner looking like she's about 1,000 gold off of her pipe, and as you said, Chen picking up that mech. Those core items are up now for Orange, so they're going to be able to stand up in these team fights, hopefully. As long as they don't get hit by the AA ulti first, Chen's heal and mech will be able to take effect.
Yeah, Burning just standing on the front lines, has almost all of his strength morphed to agility. Rasta with a haste room moving past the wave and blinking himself up to the high ground. They do want to take the fight on their high ground, but did have to give up that tier 2 tower on the bottom lane, and we're going to check out how this affects the gold graph. did come back down toward the Dire before the tower dropped, and now it spikes back up again, going above 3,000.
And Mushy is actually destroying Burning on creep stats here. 232 for him, 205 for Burning.
This guy is sick.
3.7k in the bank on top of Hex full staff treads at 28 minutes.
Yeah, this is Asian Dota, dude. It's just nuts. Zippo gets caught out of position, gets shackled immediately. This is 100% dead. Crystal Maiden. 100% dead. Outworld Destroyer as well. Morphling, shotgunning him to death while... Well, this is a great trade. CM, Outworld Destroyer. I'll take the Destroyer any day. He now has to buy back.
I was just wondering if that was actually intentional, letting the Maiden go off there and draw away 4 of those support heroes from the OD to try and pick off that 1 kill on the Maiden, and then the 4 guys from DK with the Ethereal Blade jumping onto the OD and taking him out instantly.
That might very well have been intentioned.
He's really going to need a BKB up soon. What's he just bought? He spent about 2k gold? No? Oh, he died obviously and bought back.
He bought back, so he does need a BKB for sure. The thing is that, yeah, that situation with CM just now, it basically might have very well been just advanced form of baiting. Now the second Roshan is going to go down. I think this is the second one.
This won't go down, it's going to be contended by DK, especially with that ES level 2 Echo Slam now with the dagger.
Here we go, Train's moving into the Roche pit to give him some vision. Going to find themselves a very low HP Roshan, but no orange heroes there, so they know that orange prepared for the counter engagement. Very beautiful spell from Ancient Apparitions. This Ice Vortex gives great vision, has a very long cast range, but this power shot from Windrunner also gives good vision. The Rasta wards in the meantime, getting Roshan down to 1.5 HP. And here comes the smoke. Very good movement, very good movement. Look at the minimap, guys, going around from here, and then either splitting up this way or coming in from in here.
The ES is going to give it away, I think.
Oh man.
They saw him. Yeah, they all know. Loads of pings coming.
Oh, Mushi, such a sneaky guy. And wow! DK gets the kill on Roshan and Morph Burning gets the kill on the carry of Orange and manages to grab the Aegis. Winter also falls. 3 heroes dead now for Orange. Didn't see how Chen went down, but what the F was that, man?
Wow. I mean, that was just Roshan stealing on a complete new level. Smoking up, letting them see the Earthshaker next to that Sentry Ward. I don't know if they knew the Sentry Ward was there, but they must have guessed it because the Earthshaker was running around there, sort of pretending that they were smoked up in that area, looping around behind, and then Morphling, Waveform, Ethereal Blade, dead OD, free Roshan, free Aegis. Thank you very much, we'll take your tier 3 at top.
Wow, man, this is some next level play, seriously. I wish I could see that, I could see this situation one more time. Burning, waveformed in, got the last hit on Roshan, shotgunned Obsidian to death, and picked up the Aegis. How boss is that?
I mean, that's got to be one of my favourite moves in the past year or so. That is going to be the best move I have seen in a long time from DK. Not just the waveform in, but the actual smoke movement. And 2 minutes earlier, the bait from Maiden. It's just brilliant, brilliant play here.
Just really crazy. That is... Oh man.
Lost for words, absolutely lost for words. Just some amazing movement coming from DK. They're showing how strong they are in this game.
The thing
showing
is
that they do deserve to be going to the international.
The thing is too that Mushi was so sneaky about force stacking himself into that Roche pit, and immediate reaction from Morphling and waveforming over the top, getting the last hit, shotgunning someone down and picking up the Aegis. Holy shit. If Toei would have seen this, man, he would have gone totally bonkers about this.
Oh yeah, he would have lost his voice for a week.
I think.
Screaming and shouting.
Hasteman on the bottom, BKB up on Morphling now. No BKB yet on Destroyer. Man, Orange must be so pissed now.
Well, yeah, that was their Roshan. They needed that on the OD just to keep him alive, but he's going to have to pick up some defensive item now, and yep, he's going for that BKB, picking up the Ogre Axe, sitting on 1.7k, about 1300 away now from his BKB, just to keep him alive in those fights, away from the Ethereal Blade, away from the stuns, away from that AA ulti. Veil on AA, Sheepstick on Prophet.
1 HP, 1 HP, 1 HP. 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 1 HP incoming BKB on Earthshaker.
Really? Oh, wow. Well, that's interesting. Going for the BKB and not going into Aghanims or
Mm-hmm.
any form of damage enhancing item.
That is strange indeed. Burning... No, actually Mushi will need 700 gold more. 800...
Okay. I know why he hasn't gone for Aghanims now. We're sitting on a Veil on AA.
Yeah.
And there's a 4-staff on Maiden as well. So many big items here on the DK side. The gold spread is really nice. Even as supports are sitting on buckets of gold.
Shackle Shot doesn't latch on Burning, interestingly enough. Didn't even trigger the Lincoln. I think it goes right through, but interesting that it didn't latch. We have some forking movement coming from Orange side. Mushi being really patient. Also, if DK knew this, they would be in big trouble. Now Orange has movement. Orange, Sand King gets a stun on just long DD. Very great ultimate from Destroy. Pop the Chris Lane like she's nothing. RTK here has to move back. Fissure hits Mushi. Shotgun move. Good heal from Chen. Self-banish. DK setting up. Mushi 4-staff down to the Roche Pit, and he's on the retreating side now. Gets sent back by Chen, and still only CM down. Pipe popped on... Oh, sorry guys. Sand King also went down. Was there a pipe on Orange side actually?
Windrunner, yes, Windrunner has one.
Oh, she managed to complete it, okay.
I don't know if you saw Yanate there, but he ruined that fight for Orange.
He did.
One misclick, he blinked into the trees where Furion just created those treants. He had blinked into there. Oh, and Winter gonna go down here. Cold feet it up. Dead.
Wicked 6-streak on Burning, and now he has so much momentum. I don't think Orange will be able to stop this. They've been doing a really nice job in focusing down this Mushi, and he gets sent back in time. No! Oh, look at this. Crazy stuff. So,
but yeah, Yamate blinked into those trees, let off his ulti, and then realized, I can't do anything now. I'm useless this whole fight. So he was stood there for about 10 to 15 seconds during the whole fight, while Chen, SK, Windrunner are having to stand at the tier 2 tower just playing defensively because he's stuck there. Then he TPs out onto the tier 2 tower and they decide to go in, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, Burning has such a great momentum now going his way. 4.1k on top of that freshly bought BKB. Still has 9 seconds on his effectivity, so he would be really happy now. RTK also one step closer toward his BKB, needs 400 gold more. Going to be interesting to see such a huge Earthshaker in the next team fight. And they've been keeping good tabs on Mushi, even though Orange has a really nice defensive strategy and going for the Chen send back, and then before it completes you astral imprisonment yourself so you get out safely, so one step safer. And 24 for 18 this game now, 35 minutes in, including a Roshan kill steal on top of an Aegis steal, and just really good performance coming out of DK in controlling Mushi, who is still the most farmed hero on the map with 285 last hits.
Well, yeah, we're just seeing a different class of team play here. Obviously Orange do have the skill and the talent. They are really good players, but obviously they're not just as cohesive and well versed in team play as DK are, because as you watch DK playing in team fights, the ES Fissure comes, and it's not ES Fissure, then Morphling waves in, and then another spell. Oh, and the entire DK side disconnects. But as I was saying, every single spell is chained to perfection. The ES Fissure lands at the same time as the Morphling waves in, at the same time as AA lands his ulti. Everything is perfectly timed, perfectly calculated, and we're just not seeing the same kind of movement from Orange here.
I think so too, man. Just a quick disconnect and a reconnect. Just want to use the opportunity to thank you guys very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Dirk and I got into casting a little while ago, and we've received some very good feedback from the community, and got to know some very nice people. Now we're casting DK against Orange. Please support us. Check out epiccommentary.com. You can find my YouTube and Facebook there. If you like, many people don't do this, but please do it. Please check out my YouTube as well. I have a playlist there that I use for streaming in terms of music. If you like that, you can find it right there. And also check out Durka. He will be co-commentating with me a lot more as well, and we would like to hear some feedback, some constructive criticism, whatever. And you can find him on Twitter, Twitch, as well as Facebook at DurkaDota. And yeah, this game has been very promising. Had a very promising build-up. As soon as I heard DK would go up against Orange again in the ProDota 2 League, I cleared my schedule basically just to cast this, and it has been very exciting up to this point, man. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. We're just seeing a whole new class of Dota here. Like I was saying, one of my favorite moves in the past year, since the Dota 2 beta came out, I haven't seen something that brilliant.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see. I think this is one of the main differences between the Asian Dota scene and the European Dota scene is that the Europeans kind of tend to um, stick with their advantage. If as soon as they get like tier 2 towers, they almost always have wards up there as well. Very aggressive wards because they know they will be coming back to that spot very, very soon to continue their pushing. But DK seems to be a little bit more well, it seems to be just different in that regard. They go push. If Orange comes to team fight, they say, okay, let's team fight, let's see who comes out on top, and then they back out.
Well, the strange thing is here, DK don't have a huge advantage when it comes to team fights simply because of the OD ulti. That's why they're warding so defensively and farming their forest. They don't want to push out past this river because they know that they've won these past team fights out of huge amounts of either luck, mispositioning or mismovement from Orange, or absolutely brilliant play from Burning. They haven't actually convincingly won team fights simply due to their heroes and spells. It's all come out because of bad luck or bad positioning from Orange, to be honest.
Yeah, so we have about 160, yeah, exactly 160 intelligence on Destroyer, and we have, for example, 45 on Earthshaker, so that would be a difference of 120. So holy crap, 120 times 10, that's 1.2k damage in an AoE. Well, just for Earthshake in this case, if he gets affected by the OD ulti. And that's pretty nuts. That's a lot of magical damage to come out of OD on top of an Earthshaker.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why they're just trying to play safe. They're not pushing into this tier 3 at mid, they're backing off and going to farm the forest. We see Burning that Ethereal Blade, that Centaur, just to make sure it dies. But Orange here sitting very defensively in their base, they know they have to team fight. They've got they've got this big team fight line up with the SK, the OD ulti, and the Chen heal, but they just haven't been able to pull things off. And now they've got the Earthshaker with Blink Dagger, BKB sitting on an enemy side. That's going to be a huge counter team fight initiation there for DK.
Burning now as an Ioscadi completed with his Ethereal Blade, BKB, as well as Lincoln's and a second life will make him very, very deadly. Throwing out 300 damage per attack. Our DK, as you said, has Blink Dagger, BKB, as well as Mana Boots, Long DD, on top of his global presence. As you can see, the split push coming out on the minimap right now. Has a Sheep Stick as well on his Aghanim Scepter and also a BKB on top of him. And yeah, Mushi has pulled his weight in terms of the farming, but well, Sheep Stick as well as BKB might not be just enough.
Well, he can't do it all by himself. He does, like, OD can't initiate. As you were saying about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, OD needs to be there, sitting in the back of the fight, hiding in the background, dealing with as much damage as he can with his orb effect. He doesn't want to be focused by the stuns, he doesn't want to be focused by the morphling. He wants to be literally sitting in the fog, right-clicking people.
How long have the top racks been gone for Orange?
A long while.
Okay, good. I was like, did I miss that? That would have been really, really awkward. And
long while.
okay, Roshan with the cheese is now back up, but for some reason DK doesn't want to go for it. Here comes the smoke from Orange. That might have been the reason. They anticipated the movement coming in from Orange. Now comes the check from the replicate from Morphling. He's gonna, yeah, here comes the power shot, and he's going to see this.
Well, in choke point fights at Roche Pit or on these ramps, Orange does have the slight advantage if they gather up a 3 or 4 of DK's heroes into a SK Burrow Strike Epicenter OD Ultimate. They're all going to die. That's why DK's playing so passively. They want to keep it on open ground, try and find an opening for themselves, and then initiate upon Orange rather than Orange initiating upon them.
Okay, so I just had to check something really quick. Orange now moving aggressively. They know they have to do something to get themselves back into this game because the gold difference is sitting above 15k. I thought it would be big, but I didn't think it would be this ginormous in a difference, man. 15k the gold difference. AA ultimate flies in. DK are now on their way. Winter eating a lot of damage, and now here comes Burning. And look at Orange split immediately, and Ice on that Sand King looks like in big trouble. And Orange basically gave him up. Got a return kill on Nature's Prophet though. Here's the pipe, here's the BKB from OD, and here comes the team fight. Burning against Mushi, the two carries going up against each other. Gets sent back by Chen, so basically they give up the fight. They lose the fight, double kill on Morphling, 2 kills or 2 deaths now on orange side, and now this is what DK wanted. This is why they didn't immediately go for Roshan. They want to counter-initiate and catch orange as they themselves tried to go for Roshan, and this plan worked out perfectly. Another Aegis now on Morphling, and Cheese will be most likely on long DD. Here he picks it up, and I wouldn't hold it against orange if they call GG here pretty soon.
I'm not sure if you saw it there, but Mushy caught in between 2 BKB heroes. Who do I hit? Who do I hit? Because with BKB, his orb effect is going to do 0 damage. It does not go through magic resistance. Magic immunity.
Very good point. And now DK take the high ground on the middle lane. Deep burning. Wow, dodging out that shackle shot and immediate shackle. What's it called? Yeah, shackle by Rasta here. Burning, dishing out so much damage. SK already dead, and Mushi has to banish himself, and this OD pick just didn't work out for them. Second barracks is going to go down in the middle lane here. RTK on that Earthshaker didn't even have to use his Echo Slam in those teamfights. And here comes the GG from Ice, staying on Sandk. Winter agrees, and so does Long DD, and what a game from DK.
I wouldn't necessarily say the OD pick didn't work. Just the whole team play didn't work. They weren't as cohesive as DK. I'm not saying they play badly. It's just they weren't at the same level as DK. DK simply outclassed them.
Yeah,
DK jumping in with his Echo Slam, not picking anybody up though.
Yeah, you got a point there. DK have not been playing Dota 2 for all that long, guys. And look at how good they are. Look at how much synchronization they have on their players. And now the throne's going to go down, and I'm very interested to see how they will fare in the International too, because the International is still quite a ways off, and they will continue boot camping and practicing this game. And there you go, Orange against DK. The mega match between those two Asian teams is won by DK, carried by Burning's Morphling, who died only once and had 13 kills and 650 gold per minute. Wow. Anything to add to this game, man?
No, but it was a really, really strong showcase there from DK.
Absolutely, man. And if you look at those, stats in like the end game screen, it's basically as you said. Orange did very well. Mushi even having more last hits than Morphling throughout almost the whole game. He did a great job, but DK was just so good when it came to the execution of the team fights. The fissure was perfect. The cold snap, the cold feet went on to the hero that it was needed on. Nature's Prophet TP'd at the exact right time, and Burning did what Burning does best, and that was carry his team to victory. So this is it for the ProDota 2 League game for today. That's the DK against Orange. DK takes the win. There's more games coming up in the near future tomorrow, and today there will be more International 2 games, International 2 qualifier games. I will see what I have going there at the moment, what's going on in terms of games, and see if I want to cast any of those. I don't want to jump into a game that's currently running, but again, thanks very, very much for tuning in, guys. Please, please, please check out epiccommentary.com and support me if you like the stream. I will order a new processor the next week, so that I can stream in 720p. I have a pretty good processor, but for some reason it doesn't seem to work. I also have a studio microphone set up. I just need a preamp for that as well. So I will be continuing to stream, and also in better quality coming up very shortly. Again, thanks very much for tuning into this game of the ProDota 2 League. And Durka, thank you very much for doing the cast with me. And you can also let the viewers know where they can support you.
Yep, over at Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter /DurkaDota, DURKADOTA. And as always, it's been a great match and great to be here.
Awesome. People of Dota world and the internet, please don't go anywhere.